So here's my duck, stunningly rendered in real time. This is me driving it around. Man in suit uses game controller, shock. And we have the ability to render the water in great detail. As I jump the duck in and out, you can see the caustics and all the effects that are being rendered in real time on this fantastic HD display. 2,300 square feet, that TV, by the way. Available in a Best Buy near you tomorrow. So, I do think our duck might be a little lonely, so let's introduce a couple of friends to him. And you can see here these little battleships or galleons that I can move around under my control, which I'll do my best to play 2 players at once, which is challenging, I have to say. And you can see that as I move around the camera, the cloth dynamic is being damaged by the cannonballs in real time, and everything is working in real physics. But I still think our duck's a little bit lonely, don't you? Yeah. Let me add a couple more ducks into the simulation. So here you have all the physics working, and all the collisions, and all the dynamics, and all the fluid simulation. But he's still a little bit lonely. I think he still needs more friends. So let's stick in a couple more here. And this gives you an example of the overwhelming performance of PlayStation 3 and everything that you can do. Some of them are so happy to leave the bath, they jump out. But I don't think that's enough ducks. I don't think you can ever have enough ducks. And for the technically minded amongst you, this demo uses LOD, which is lots of ducks. Work. Right, now, you think that's impressive, you think that's amazing. We can do more, and to help illustrate what else we can do to this particular demo, I'm going to ask Dr. Richard Marks to join me on stage, the creator of iToy. Come on, Richard, come and join me. Set up for you. So, what do we have here today, Richard?
So what we've done is we've taken an iToy and plugged it into this demo, this beautiful water demo that shows off this kind of tub. But I've also brought some cups to show you. That's the kind of cups my children might play with in the bathtub. So as you see, I pick up this cup and I pick up this cup, and I can reach out now. And what would I want to do with cups? Well, you can imagine, I would like to just dip the cup in and get some of the water right out of the...
Isn't this incredibly cool?
Reach in, get some more water. Get some water and throw it across the room.
All of this just using a standard iToy camera but connected directly into PlayStation 3. Rick, that's amazing. Thank you very much indeed. Round of applause for Rick. In fact, the cell has so much power that every one of the leaves could have its own audio channel if you wanted to hear them rustle. What I'd like to do now is to show you a scene from a game that we have in development, which has not yet to be announced, but obviously being a gas station in the middle of the desert and being a digital set, well, surely we should be able to blow it up. So let's blow it up. Now, what this demonstration actually uses is only the cell processor to render volumetrically all of the performance required to simulate an explosion, thermal dynamics, heat, gas, smoke, fire. This is not an animation. This is not something that an artist created. This is all purely physics-based. We can even run it at night. Let's have a look at it with the lights turned down and run it one more time. Here in slow motion you can see that the heat haze and gases emitted by the simulation accurately represented on screen. Phenomenal example of the power of both PlayStation 3 Cell and RSX. Let's run it one more time and then we'll move on to the next demo. Fantastic presentation. I'm amazed at the response, the reaction here. The quality of the image is absolutely fantastic. You can see as we move the camera around that the light moves around also over the face. And this uses a very special technique which is pioneered by, once again, a guy called Paul de using light stage data. And we can move the light around over the face, and you can see that the shadows are cast realistically, and even the light reflects and transmits through the ears. This is something that the cells processor allows us to get that level of detail into our 3D computer graphics. We can also change to different light stages to show in real time image-based lighting, where we're using the environment to light the character. Here in a forest glade, lighting the Alfred Molina character in real time. And you can see as we move the high dynamic range in and out, you get a phenomenal level of detail. We also were able to put this into the movie performance and use some of the sound from the movie to bring the whole thing together. And let's take a look at that. Now sadly, Alfred Molina couldn't be with us today, but we decided to light him as if he was, and we took a light probe from this room earlier on today. And here, this is what he would have looked like if he had been lit in real time by this lighting in this room. And you can see the light probe data lighting the character, and as we move into the eyes in particular, you can see the fantastic reflections that this gives us. Now, this is going to just give you some idea of the level of intensity and immersion that we're going to get from games on PlayStation 3 and the amount of storytelling ability that we will have working with amazing creators and amazing actors. It's a great demonstration. It shows a beautifully rendered fantasy world, but what's the cool thing about this demo is the fact that the world can grow in front of your eyes. And so here you see the grass growing, the flowers growing, organic environments being built real time in front of the player. You can imagine what this could mean to online games, but you could also imagine what this could mean to the ability for the player to influence his own environment and influence his own world while he's playing the game. Here the water beautifully rendered, and all the characters, and all the leaves and all the petals growing around you. It's a really beautiful demonstration of RSX and Cell working together.